And good evening. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing great. It's a pleasure to be back on. Been super busy. I've had some people message me and say, Kerry, you've disappeared on us. Where have you been? And so I just want to come in and give you a quick update on what's going on at Kerry Miller TV. I don't care what you do, where you're at. We went through a power boom before COVID. COVID shut everything down and really changed the landscape of how we do business. COVID's over. Now the landscape is starting to change again. And there's one thing I've always said: if you cannot adjust, if you cannot look at the future and see what's coming and be able to adjust and make things happen, then you're probably going to lose everything you've had that you've worked on. So I'm not saying you have to change the business, you have to change the model. So, and that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. I'm going to share with you some of the things we're doing, some of the things Jessica and I are doing. There were some I want to say shifts that we're doing, that we're making happen. But I want you to think about something before we get into that. There's just over 30 million businesses, small businesses in the United States. There's roughly 330 million individuals in the United States. So roughly, what is that? 10% of the people have a small business in the United States. So if you're going to sit there and say, Kerry, I've tried and tried and tried. I've done all these things. I work hard. Maybe that's one of the part of the problem is you're working too hard and you're not working smart. But there are a lot of businesses in this country, and there are a lot of people that need what you have, irregardless of what it is. I don't care if you're selling pencils. People need pencils. If you're selling cups of tea, I know this is a glass, but they call it a cup here at the house. So it's kind of starting to wear on me. This is a cup of tea. It's really a glass of sweet tea, and it's always good. So it doesn't matter what you're selling. People need it. And if you're in marketing like I am, marketing is rapidly changing. Things are rapidly moving, and you have to stay on top of that. What do people need? What skills do you have that you can transform into a business? Maybe you were doing it somewhere else, or you've done something else in your life, and you say, man, how can I transform that into a business? You see, that's the things that you're an expert at. Take the things that you're an expert at and make that into a business. And how do you do that? You simply sit down and you say, okay, what type of model do I need? Where do I need to go? How do I need to shift? What things do I need to do? So let's talk real quick about some of the things that we're doing so that you can see. And I'm going to talk just a little bit about Instagram. I want to go back and do some lives on Instagram. And I know I've not been on. It's because I'm literally burning the clock on the candle on both ends. We're launching 3 new companies this week. And not 3 new companies, 3 new models this week that we see with the change, with COVID, with everything moving around, with all those things happening. We're making a shift. And the reason we're making a shift, because it's that time. It's that time you have to make a shift. When you start seeing, and I talk about this all the time, the reason I have multiple streams of income, and I think it's extremely important. I know some people say, gosh, man, I can barely do one job. Well, then you're probably hurt. You're probably hurting for a little cash. Realtors were making a fortune just a few months ago. The market's starting to flip. And I said that a year ago. Matter of fact, I talked to a real estate agent from Keller Williams about, let's see, it's probably last September, maybe August, sometime around there, when the boom was really happening. I mean, people were buying houses right and left. It was absolutely crazy. Matter of fact, she sold a house twice. She sold it the first time for $300,000. She sold it the second time for $500,000. And now people are starting to really regret what's going on in the housing market. Why? Because interest rates are going up to try to curb inflation. Inflation is not being curbed, so they keep raising interest rates, and it's costing a fortune. People that are in adjustable rate mortgages are going to lose their ass, and that's just the way it is, and it's sad. But so you have to ride the boom. Okay, you have to ride the wave. Real estate agents and realtors and all that group, rode the wave and they made a bunch of money. Let's just hope that they're willing to realize that they've got to adjust and they've got to look at multiple businesses so that when one goes down, another goes up, and it's just like this all the way, and you just keep riding the wave. So, but let's talk a little bit. I'm going to start with Instagram. Okay, something that I don't do a lot of, but let me pull this up real quick, and I want to talk to you about something. And we're going to do just a little video, but I want you to start looking at this right here. Okay, this area right here. This is the first thing people know about you on Instagram. And if you're not using Instagram, set up an account and set up a business account today. Okay. And we're going to talk about this right here more. But this right here, this is what you need to realize. This is the first thing they see, and they've got about 5 seconds to figure out who you are and what you do. Now, you can see here, I got a lot of stuff on my Instagram. Most recently, the new kitty that Vega found outside. There's a tractor, and I like taking pictures and posting them on Instagram. Some marketing things that I post, some videos that I post, and getting ready to start. Really, here I am playing music with a band. One of my great hobbies that I love, and I didn't mean to do that. So, but there's a lot of things to post, and a lot of things that there I am acting goofy. This was a fan. This is a show. But you can see I post a lot of things on Instagram that pulls in traffic, but I'm getting ready to use Instagram more to market my training. The same thing with TikTok. And that's some of the things we want to talk about, is creating this biography right here, creating this bio, and why you should be using a clickable, searchable, a clickable, trackable link for your website, and why your website needs to be on there. And we're going to talk about this right here too, highlights from different things and putting things where they need to be. So, but we're going to talk about that, but it's pretty cool. I've been studying Instagram a lot here recently. TikTok is another great place, but the great thing about Instagram is what's called Reels. The great thing about Facebook, they have Reels. Reels is the hottest thing, and we're going to talk about a lot of that stuff. But let's come down here and see what's going on. Okay, KerryMillerTV has always been the umbrella for our company, and so what we're doing is we're moving KerryMillerTV over into the video space, okay, specifically the video space. And we're going to bring everything under the umbrella of Moby Ad Group now. But KerryMillerTV is going to be strictly commercial video, where we go out and we're going to video events, we're going to live stream events, we're going to do multiple things with KerryMillerTV. Really super cool. It's something I've been doing now for the last couple of years. COVID really launched that and made that happen. So really super amazing, really something I enjoy doing more than anything. I see a bunch of people joining. Thank you so much. Not sure where you're joining from, but because we blast out to multiple places. But KerryMillerTV is going to be our event production platform. And we've actually got 2 event companies that are launching. All right. And this is one of them, KerryMillerTV. Also, we're launching DFW event.video. This is going to be, and let me do this right here real quick, for weddings, quinceañeras. I don't know if you know what that is. I don't really know what it is. It's a coming out party, I think, when you turn 16 for the Hispanic market, birthdays, and a whole lot more. But we're going to be doing that for that group, and that's launching this week. We're starting our marketing campaigns in this area this week. We're going to be targeting specifically the birthday market and the wedding market. And so we're very excited about that. We're going to be using Facebook and Instagram specifically for that. I'm coming out with a new training program. I'm working on this every single day. It's going to be the truth of building an affiliate business. I think there's a lot of BS out there. I watch it every day online, how many billions of dollars you can make and all that crap. I want to show you how to build an affiliate market the right way. But because we have so much going on, what I'm going to start doing is putting together training packages that can be used to do that. So that's something that's in the works. Hopefully going to be done in a couple of weeks, and we're going to be launching that out. And this is the affiliate program that we are a part of. North Star, love it. The reason I love it is because you don't have to go out there and do all the BS that these people lie to you about, and the business just grows gradually. amazing products, and this is that company. So, there's a lot of things going on that we've been doing, a lot of things happening. Oh, we're also launching this week QR Marketing Magician, teamed up with a very good friend of mine out in Phoenix, Arizona, Roger Pineda. And we're going to be launching that program out this week. And he's going to go out and we're going to test the market out there and see how that goes. I don't know about you, but QR codes are absolutely everywhere. I don't care what you do, there's a QR code. As a matter of fact, and I wasn't going to do this, but let me do this real quick. I think it's this box right here. This is my YOLO box, and I'll just show you if it's in here. I hope it is. That's probably not. Yeah, there it is. There's a QR code right there. This is how you get the instructions and the directions on this QR code right here. So everything is using QR codes to direct you where you need to go. So I hope that you are using QR codes in your business. We're going to be talking about that. Let me put this back in the box or I'll lose it. Matter of fact, shoot, I think there was a QR code in this book. I'm not sure. Maybe not. No, there was not one in that. But so anyway, that QR Code Magician's launching this week. We've got some really cool stuff coming out. We've some table tents and things in the market that we're hitting. So there's a lot of things going. Now let me say this. Launching a business that's online. And this is where the BS stuff comes in. Don't think for a second that it's easy, that you just wake up. And I've literally been working on 3 different websites today, all day, since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's 8 o'clock at night. Been working on QR Code Magician for about 10 days. Been working on our streaming stuff. I mean, I literally, if you could see in here, I've got cameras and stuff everywhere that I've been testing and using and all that. We're getting ready to reset up an office so that we can bring in all this stuff because I'm just literally cramped up in the back of the wall. But it's fun. That's the great thing about building a business of your own. Some people like to get up there. I mean, I said there's 330 million people, 329 or something like that in the United States, growing every single day. Not everybody wants to start a business, okay? So for all of those that don't want to start a business, for those that do, there's a market out there for you. I don't care what you do. There's a market out there for affiliate marketers. There's a market out there for streamers. And somebody just asked, Kerry, do you still do the apps? Yes, we still do the apps. Matter of fact, after dinner, I'm going to sit down and do a couple of apps before I go to bed. I'll finish tonight somewhere around 10 or 11 o'clock. But it's amazing, And then once you get everything rolling, and I haven't had to do this in a very long time. I haven't had to basically stop my life and adjust like this in a while. But when it comes time to adjust, you have to make the adjustment. If you don't, you will not be in business. I'm telling you, listen to what I'm saying. If I ever told the truth, it's now. You will not be in business if you do not make the adjustments that you need to make to keep yourself going. If you're in business now and you say, well, Kerry, how do I adjust my model? Send me a message. Let's talk. I've always been open to help other entrepreneurs. I've always been open to help people get where they need to go. But I will tell you, if you do not adjust, if you do not pivot, I can't remember who, I had a guest on a show a while back, and she was talking about you have to be able to pivot. I need to find that show and rerun it. It's amazing. I mean, it was one of the best interviews I've ever done. But she was talking about making the pivot, and you've got to make the pivot. If you don't make the pivot, guess what happens? You lose. And so that's sorry about that. I was eating peanuts before the show. I mean, I've literally not left this desk all day. Jessica's been feeding me right here all day. But so you got to be able to pivot. You got to be able to make it happen, and you can't be afraid to do that, because if you do, you lose. As they say, you snooze, you lose. That's a true statement. So absolutely, James, we'll do that, buddy. Absolutely, sure will. Could you just let me know in the comments there where to send that to and where to get that out to? Would love to do that. We're going to be looking for some new reps to go out across the country on our new QR code program. So But absolutely, James, we'll do that. Matter of fact, if you're interested in building a business, get in touch with me. I mean, I've got several that you can be a part of. I promise you. You know, we're here in Dallas and Arizona, and I'd really love to get spread out across this country and touch some of those 330 million people and those 30 million businesses that are out there. So, with that said, a lot going on here, a lot pivoting right now, a lot changing right now. That was from YouTube. Thank you. A lot changing right now, a lot moving around, and a lot of things happening. So, but we appreciate you very much. You know, your loyalty means more to me than anything. You know, as they say, you can't put a price on that. You know, the MasterCard commercial or whatever it is. But your loyalty is everything to me. And for those of you who have listened to my trainings, watched my trainings, and all that for all these years, we're getting ready to really ramp up. I mean, we're resetting a studio right now with some new equipment, and we're really getting ready to ramp up. And I appreciate you so much. So with that said, I think Jessica's got dinner ready, and you know, we're ready to roll. But thank you so much. God bless, and we look forward to working with you all in the very near future.